Hey, aloha, and welcome. The Spirit of Sports, brought to you by Pods, YouTube channel at Not Pods. Coming soon, notpods.com. Thanks for joining me. This is Uncle Richie, the Spirit of Sports show. It is Monday, the 5th of September. Rent's due, people. Get it in. Pay your bills on time. Keep your credit score good. We are 2 days away from kickoff. I've done my revisions on my over-unders and my conferences. Hey, somebody just came on. Everybody comes on and then leaves. Why do you always leave me? Nobody wants to chat. That's okay. I'm barely past a month into this. I'm giving myself a year. It's going to be a great football season. Great football season. Really looking forward to it. Best time of year for content. I've said before, I'm kind of nervous for February, March, April, May. I'm not near as big into basketball and baseball as I used to be. Gonna have to figure something out. Or I'm just gonna have to get back into it. It's just not as cool as the NFL. Uncle Richie, the Spirit of Sports, Monday, 9/5. We are just about 49 hours away from Thursday Night Football. Go, Lions, go. Roar, Lions, roar. Ooh, big news out of KC. Travis Kelce was last update I got was a couple hours ago. Hyperextended knee. Might miss a week or two. Let's double check right now. I'm on my own here, so bear with me as I get on my phone. I have my phone, my computer, my TV, doing this all by myself. Uncertain for week one. Hyperextended knee. Don't mind it a bit if you miss a few seasons, Kelce. I'm over it. I only have Mahomes. I think I have Mahomes in 2 fantasies, actually. None. I didn't. Travis Kelce is way too expensive. You're taking him in the first round. It's just, I think it messes up your wide receivers and running backs rooms. So anybody that took him, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th pick, good luck. Let's get started. NFL, 2 days away. 5 days away to the first Sunday. Scott Hansen, I miss you. Join me for part 1 of my 24-hour talkathon. I will be live 6 hours on Sunday, 6 a.m. to noon. Barring any incidents with the kid, if I have to go pick her up or something. But other than that, going 4 Sundays in a row, 6 hours, talkathon, just show you that I am dedicated. I'm putting the time in. Know this, if I'm not working or with the kid or golfing, I'm watching my shows, I'm doing the research, putting in the time. Let's get down to it. I'm going to go alphabetical order. First, I'm going to go the over-unders, my projected records. Then I'm going to give you Cynthia Freeland's projections. I'm going to give you my division winners and my playoff teams. All today, September 5th, Monday. Somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Great movie. Office Space. Arizona Cardinals. Worst team in the league? I believe so. I have them at 3-14. Over-under is 4.5. Cynthia Freeland, 3.9 wins. Pretty close. Atlanta Falcons, 10-7. I got them over the 8.5. Cynthia had 8.9 wins. So I'm a win above. Got Baltimore at 10-7. Under the 10.5, probably wouldn't touch it. I will go into my 0 through 5-star bets on the over-under after. And Cynthia had them perfectly at 10. I have the Bills at 9-8. I think they're going to struggle. I don't know. I think the loss of Daboll. under the 10.5. Cynthia has them at 10.6. So game and a half discrepancy there. I have Carolina at 7-10 under the 7.5. Cynthia 7.9. Chicago 9-8. I'm going over 7.5. I think Fields has a good year. And the pro, Cynthia had him 7.6 wins. Cincinnati 10. I have the whole AFC North going 10-7. Only because Bucky Brooks flipped me on Cleveland. I still don't have him in the playoffs, but I did have him at 8-9. So I went up 2 games on Cleveland. Went down 1 on Cincy. So I'm going to go under the 11.5. And Cynthia had them at 10.9 wins. Moving on, the aforementioned Cleveland Browns, 10-7, says I, over the 9.5. Cynthia, 9.31. Dallas, 9-8. I'm not touching the 9.5. Cynthia, 8.9, so real close. Denver, I have 8-9, under the 8.5. Cynthia has 8.4 wins. Detroit, 10-7, over 9.5. Cynthia had 9.19. So I'm pretty much within 1 of the pro. Green Bay Packers, 8-9. They went up. I had them 6-11 for a little bit. I think Jordan Love is going to surprise some people. I'm not going to touch the 7.5, but it would be over. Cynthia says 7.2. Houston, I'm 5-12 under the 6.5. That's a 4-star pick for me. Cynthia has Houston 5.9 wins. So within 1. Indy, I actually have it 7-10. I'm not going to touch the 6.5, and I'd probably go under if I had to. Cynthia has them at 5.3, so almost 2 games difference there. Jacksonville 11-6, 3-star, over 9.5. Cynthia has them at 9.7. KC, best record in the league for me at 12-5. Over the 11.5. Cynthia has them 11.3 wins. Raiders 5-12, 4 stars under the 6.5. They might win 3 games. Just really don't like them. Don't like the coach. Don't like uncertainty of the quarterback. Don't like the returning NFL rushing leader. Never fares well. Cynthia has them at 6.4. Chargers, I have them 10-7. Over the 9.5. Cynthia has 9.33 wins. I don't know where you're getting these how do you have a 0.3 wins? Just how about say 9? Say 8. Cynthia. Rams 5-12, says I. Says Cynthia, 5.8 wins. I'm going under than the 6.5. I'm going solid under. I think that's a 3-star. Miami Dolphins moved them up a notch. I moved them 10-7. Not touching the 9.5. Cynthia is 9.3. They're going to win the East. I think they're going to beat Buffalo. But I don't even have them in the playoffs. Just one of those projections, but what I think is going to happen, different. New England Patriots, 7-10. 7.5 wins. Cynthia, 7.8. New Orleans Saints, I have them at 10-7. Over the 9.5. Cynthia has 8.88 wins. New York Giants have 9-8 over the 7.5. Cynthia, 9.0 wins. Jets, 9-8 under a 9.5. Cynthia, 9.9 wins for the Jets. Philadelphia Eagles, 11-6. Tied with San Fran for the best record in the NFC. Not going to touch the 11.5. Probably go under if I had to. Cynthia has them 11.1 wins. Pittsburgh, 10-7. Well over the 8.5. In the playoffs. Cynthia has them for 9 wins. San Francisco 49ers, I have 11-6. Over the 10.5. Cynthia, 10.9 wins. Seattle, I have it 9-8. Over the 8.5. Not real confident. Cynthia, 9.6 wins. Tampa, 6-11, says Uncle Richie. Under the 6.5. Cynthia, 6.3 wins. Tennessee Titans. Richie has 7-10, under the 7.5. Cynthia has them at 8 wins. And last, the Washington Commanders football team, Redskins. I have them at 7-10, up from 5-12 3 weeks ago. Get a little more belief in Sam Howell and that offense. Going over the 6.5, Cynthia has them at 6.6 wins. So that is my win total predictions. I do have an over-under prediction. Let's go into that. These are my 0-star, don't touch, through 5-star, my gimmies. I'm going to start with my 5-star. I have one 5-star over-under pick, Arizona under 4.5. I think they're lucky to win 2-3 games. Used to be Vegas. One spot down, I dropped the Vegas Traders under 6.5. And Houston Texans under 6.5. My 2 4-star picks. I have 10 3-star picks. 4 overs or 4 unders. Carolina under 7.5. The Rams under 6.5. Tampa Bay under 6.5. I have 7 overs in my 3-star range for my over-under predictions. Atlanta over 8.5. Chicago over 7.5. Detroit over 9.5. Jacksonville over 9.5. New York Giants over 7.5. Pittsburgh Steelers over 8.5. And Washington Commanders over 6.5. That's my 3-star of how confident I am. 2-star picks. I got 6 unders and 4 overs. My 2-star over-under picks taking it to Vegas. Bills under 10.5. Cincy under 11.5. Denver under 8.5. New England under 7.5. New York Jets under 9.5. And the Tennessee Titans under 7.5. I have 4 overs on my 2-star picks. Cleveland over 9.5, which is surprising for me. KC over 11.5. New Orleans over 9.5 and San Fran over 10.5. 1-star picks, I have 3. Not real confident. Probably wouldn't touch them. Chargers over 9.5. Minnesota Vikings over 8.5. And Seattle Seahawks over 8.5. That leaves me with 6 right on the bubble. Wouldn't touch them. Baltimore 10.5. Dallas at 9.5. Green Bay 7.5. Indy 6.5. Miami 9.5. And Philly 11.5. So those are my 0-star to 5-star bets. If you're going to Vegas, I'd throw quite a bit on Arizona under 4.5. Josh Dobbs, been there 10 days, going to start quarterback. Seems like they had a fire sale already. I think they're tanking for Caleb Williams, and why wouldn't you? I don't see Kyler Murray maybe even playing this year. Houston with a rookie quarterback and not a great offensive line. I think that's going to be a struggle. Raiders struggle. I think so. So there we have it. That was my over-under predictions. I'm going to go into divisions now. AFC North. Everybody's 10-7. Baltimore, Cincy, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland all go 10-7. And tiebreakers figure it out. I got Baltimore and Cincy and Pittsburgh in the playoffs. Correct? Yep. Cincy, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh. Somehow Cleveland barely out. Jacksonville wins the South. Tennessee and Indy 4 games out, and Houston in dead last. I got the Dolphins by a game over Buffalo and the Jets. New England dead last at 7-10. But it doesn't make sense, but I don't really buy it as much, and I think I have Buffalo in the playoffs and Miami out. Sorry, Eric. And the West, KC will win their 8th in a row. Chargers 2 games back at 10-7. KC 12-5. In the playoffs, Chargers last team in. Denver and Vegas, not good. I'd like to see Denver prove me wrong. I love Sean Payton. I don't know. NFC, Philly and San Fran, class of the NFC. They both win their divisions. I have Dallas and New York Giants both at 9-8, both making the playoffs underneath Philly. I have Atlanta tying New Orleans, taking second and making the playoffs. Saints win the South. Detroit wins the North. They're the only team to make the playoffs from the NFC North. So it's Philly, San Fran, New Orleans, Detroit are your division winners. Atlanta, Dallas, and New York Giants. Wild cards. Minnesota and Seattle outside looking in. In the AFC, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Buffalo, and Cincy win the divisions. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and the Chargers. Wild cards. Leaves Cleveland, Miami, and the Jets outside looking in. It's a tough call. It is prediction week. Everybody's doing their stuff. Last week and this week, Good Morning Football, first things first. And, it's definitely tough. I will be grading myself. I will be keeping tabs on this as we go through the season. I'll have the end of the season report for sure. I just did my weekly pick'em pool yesterday. See what happens. I'm going to keep track of that every week. Going to follow Cowherd's Blazing 5, Cynthia Freeland. Going to talk about her fantasy football predictions. And then Broussard and Nick Wright every week, calling you guys out. Some stuff you just, blow smoke up our butt. Like 20-0, never a doubt. You know what? Maybe that's the jinx. Maybe more guys go down. It's just so arrogant. Nick Wright and everything. Your passion does not make it so. Mama Raz used to say. Hopefully I get Raz. I want to get Raz on tomorrow. Starting next Wednesday is going to be Talk Story with Uncle Richie on Wednesdays. I do have my schedule starting September 11th. Talk about that. Monday, September 11th, throughout the football season on Mondays, high noon, the Spirit of Sports show, NFL recap, and we'll look at Under the Hood, where I correlate the money in Vegas compared to the crappy calls that get overturned or upheld. Anytime they go under the hood and it just seems like it's the bad call, then I look and see, wonder what percentage of money was on that game at that point. See if there's a correlation. Multi-billion-dollar industry. I don't think they're going to leave it to chance. And the NFL is so in bed with gambling now. Vegas, DraftKings, all that. So that'll be Mondays. Tuesdays, high noon, that's what he said. Or she. That's where I put up my picks, how I did against the 4-pack of pros that I'll be following. And we will keep a year long. Every week by week, year long. I'm going to keep the numbers. When you're right, when you're wrong. Just like calling on Mondays. Gonna put myself up against the pros. Maybe a couple Vegas prognosticators too on the pick'ems. That'll be Tuesdays at high noon. Wednesday, high noon, Talk Story with Uncle Richie. Hopefully Uncle Raz most Wednesdays trying to get Bretta Tabin, trying to get maybe Johnny Adams that had that controversial Kelly Slater podcast where things went all weird with his friends in Massachusetts. Anybody interesting? Anybody wants to talk football? I've done Dustin Carpenter. We had Uncle Raz. I want Uncle Raz every week if can. We just play off each other well. So that'll be Wednesday when I can. Thursday, 3 p.m. My NFL picks for the following week, with and without spreads. And I will keep a track on that. That's what he said every single week. See what my percentage is. See if I can beat the bank in Vegas. Friday at noon, Spirit of Sports Show, miscellaneous. Catch up on NFL news. Maybe that's the days I throw in some baseball, NCAA football. Saturday, high noon, Spirit of Sports, ramping up the NFL. We're going to look at every single game, news, injury reports, just intriguing matchups, whatever, all NFL, all the time. Saturday, high noon. And Sundays at high noon, live with the Red Zone. Uncle Richie and Uncle Scott Hansen will be coming at you. Turn on the radio. If you're driving, put me on. I'll be calling every play just like Scott Hansen. I'll just be keeping you in tune what's going on in the NFL. Sundays at noon, maybe earlier. And don't forget, my first 4 Sundays is my 24-hour talkathon. I'm going to do 6 hours a day, 6 a.m. to noon Hawaiian time, out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Where I am, it's anybody's guess. I'm just somewhere in the islands. If you know, you know. One day you will know. This is my career. This is not just a hobby. It's my career. This is it's my dream. Help my kid. I have my little girl, Emalani. You can join me also for Emalani the Great. Sit down and play games and talk and whatever. And the Grom Squad. Any of her friends, interviews, hang out, play. A little bit of everything here on Not Pods. Got to work on the website. This is taking up all my time. Kind of need a web person. But don't have a whole lot of money right now. Down the road, I will have that. I'll have the website. I will have a soundboard guy. I'll have intro music, probably my own song. Not Pods, Not Pods. Talking about Not Pods, yeah. All the stuff. This is the infancy. You know the drill. It's a snowball effect. It's a slow burn. Consistency. Be there. Almost every single day. I took Sunday off. Had kind of a long day Saturday. Long night. So I will be here. Hopefully shooting for high noon. Today was more 1 o'clock. Join me. Tell your friends. They tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends. When I get to 10,000 people, I'll be charging 51 cents a month on the website. Until then, listen for free. Help a brother out. Just doing my best. Make a career. All right. 23 minutes in the book, and then some. Travis Kelce news coming up. And as I sign off, as I do every day, just going to put it out there. Be positive. Put your mind to something. Put out the positive vibes. You can do almost anything if you really believe it. Maybe not playing the NFL, but anything within reason. If you believe and you put in the work, you can do it. Try to love yourself. Be good to yourself. Love others. Be forgiving. Be humble. You'll get through life just fine. We're all in this together. We're all part of this amazing world. We don't know how long we're going to be here. Times are fleeting, so enjoy them, and until tomorrow, ahui ho.